siang hari ini terwujud.
Bisa tercapai dan langsung saja kami mengucapkan kepada anda para pecinta balap dimanapun anda berada, selamat menyaksikan race kedua dari kelas Asia Production 250cc. Ini dia.
Anupap, well, he's under a little bit of pressure. Happy Watt is in there as well, and Pirapong has got a bit of a flyer, but Kazma Daniel's gone from first row into fourth place.
Yes, a great slow for Kazma Daniel. Was followed in that group with Anupap and Apil Watang Nanon, working together very well to be in front early part of the race. And with Suhatai now coming strongly for the AP Honda Thailand. Now Suhatai leading the race in front of Kazma Daniel.
It is indeed Suhatai, who's come from a long way back, well, from fifth on the starting position, and in fact Suhatai has swept into a lead. Kazma Daniel's recovered after his earlier poor start. It's the first of 12 laps, but Suhatai definitely has made a real race to pull this whole group apart.
Yeah, Suhatai is now racing for the AP Honda Thailand, and you know, AP Honda Thailand last year was so strong. Now with Suhatai, with his experience here in Pasir Gudang, that will be another extra for Suhatai jumps up, but not for long because Yamaha Thailand already taken the lead.
Indeed they have. This is Anupap once again, like number 500, but Suhatai has just hunkered in nextly, and I'm looking at the work of Kazma Daniel. Really keen to see the development of Kazma Daniel, the 15-year-old from Malaysia, just currently tucked in fourth place. And behind them, we have got, who's made that move there? That's Somkia Chantra in fifth place, the teenager who started on seventh on the grid. He's made up a couple of places in this first lap. Now then, as we go over the start-finish line for the first time, it will be Apiwat, Suhatai and Anupap filling the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that the battle between the Hondas and Yamahas of Thailand. As you know, they also had a fierce battle back in Thailand and now in the Asia Road Racing Championship, and this is another game. Got a slow start for Kazma Daniel, and look at bike 1, 2, 4. It's weaving through in front, and to be at the front of again from the behind we see Kazma with Anupap. Had a great start by Anupap and also Apiwat Watang Nanon.
Kazma Daniel front wheel lifting, which cost him a little bit of time and momentum, but he's back now. Leading the race now is Kazma Daniel, so it didn't do him too much harm. Apiwat is the leading of the Yamaha Thailand racing teams in second place, and just behind him, as you said, Suhatai from the YSS NJT Honda racing team is in third.
Yeah, Suhatai racing. Suhatai won a champion in GP 125 back in 2002 and the year 2000. So he knows the track quite well, Suhatai, with his experience, and also we have, but around him, I think we have two Yamaha in front of him, Kazma Daniel and Apiwat, Suhatai and Anupap are behind, and Purapong, I believe, is controlling the race right now, and the champion is only currently now 6 or 7 behind the Thais and the Honda.
Yeah, we're waiting for Yamamoto. There he is, just in the green helmet, just at the back of this first little group. Kazma Daniel, as he did yesterday, leading the way. Hopefully he can cut down on 1 or 2 errors. Learning from experience is all it's all about. Kazma from Apiwa from Suhatai, Anupap, Pirapong, Somkiat. Yamamoto currently tucked in nicely in 7th place. He won't be too concerned with 10 laps to go.
7th place in the AP 250, 10 laps to go. Still got time for Yamamoto, but we have to see the time that he's doing right now for Yamamoto is 1 minute 46.192 second as compared to the leader between 1 minute 46.076. So not too bad for Yamamoto. And we got 3 riders now. There is Apiwat, Anupap, and also Suhatai and Kazma Daniel now down to 4th.
I tell you what, it is a tie takeover of the Asia Production 250 tournament so far. As you say, this is Bike 500 Anupap Samoon, a runner-up in race number 1 yesterday. 17th overall in the championship last season. The 23-year-old is started off really quickly. So Anupap leads from Apiwat. Kazma Daniel in 3rd, although Suhatai just closes the corner on Suhatai.
Quite a change from last year because we have now a strong contingent from the Yamaha Thailand, is Anupap and Apiwat, because it looks like a bit difficult for Yamamoto to keep the pace with the Hondas and the Yamahas in front of him.
Yeah, all the while we're looking for Takahiro Yamamoto, the championship leader. There he is. It's a distinctive green helmet which helps pick him out, but doesn't really help get him into the front. It just helps him pick him out in a crowd of riders behind the front six. So Yamamoto, is he just biding his time? Is he holding out for something, Harmy, or is he in trouble?
Well, it's a good question right now, because as you can see, there's top 5, I think, top 6, less than a second between those riders. So it's a silver lining for Yamamoto, because it's not that far from the leader. It's Anupap for a while. That's Anupap, yeah, 500 is Anupap. Number 24 is Apiwat. It's Kasman Daniel right in that group.
Also Songkiat is in that little group as well. As we're just keeping an eye on Yamamoto. This time he's staying out of trouble. He's not getting in to the tyre. Oh, it's very dirty on that little part of the course, and took one or two of the riders by surprise. And Kasman Daniel looked a little bit nervy going over that dust.
You need to be careful, because this is a very technical track, and well, the lead braking and also the tire as well. So all of that they have to put in their mind right now, and while trying to maintain or to beat the rider in front. But Kasma is doing well right now, pushing hard. Anupap and also Apiwa, and watch out for Yamamoto. For me, Yamamoto is the one. He's just following the lead right now, following the group, and wait until 2 or 3 laps to go when he will make his move.
But it's not only Yamamoto who's just following the group, I tell you. Also, the third Yamaha is just hanging in there. That's Pirapong, who's just hanging in there as well. So the 3 ties plus Suhachai, as well as Kasman Daniel and Yamamoto, are taking control of this race, as they did on race number 1 on Friday.
Yes, the team looking at Kasman is right there, still right inside of this group, as we have more than 8-10 riders now, less than a second between them. This is fantastic racing here in AP 254, because now very close, very difficult to say, because even though we have the 2 ties leading, the 2 Yamaha Thailand leading, but Yamamoto is not that far, and forget about his racing. It's about the timing that he's doing right now, and the difference is less than a second between him and the leader, which Kasman Daniel from the outside.
Just loses Kasman Daniel out to Suhatai. Quite rightly, I think Kasman Daniel just eased a little bit back on the throttle there, because there was no way he was going to go all the way around the outside. Look at the green helmet of Yamamoto. He's just looking and waiting and watching. He's in 6th place, as the lead is currently held by Suhatai Champtip on the YSS NJT Honda.
We have another Kawasaki behind. I can see the white and green livery behind in that group, a little bit further behind Yamamoto. So we have now 8 laps to go, and Kasman Daniel still battling hard with the 2 Yamahas of Thailand and 1 Honda of Suhatai Champtip from the inside, trying to get inside of bike number 14. There is Pirapong Laipunpeng, but Laipunpeng closed the door very well. And it is number 61.
In Fernando Herdium into the pits. You're quite right to talk about the Kawasaki, just keeping an eye. It's Ayuma Tanaka who's not too far off the pace. But at the moment, Kasman Daniel sweeps around in 3rd. Yamamoto we're keeping an eye out for. Yamamoto currently in the lime green. The helmet is currently peeping through into 6th place, but it's Pirapong who takes the lead. And once again, Yamaha Thai Racing, who were 1, 2 and 4 on the grid. They were 1, 2, 3 yesterday on the podium. And here they're 1, 4 and 5 in the race at the midpoint.
Well, according to them, Kasma again. This is a tactic that Yamaha Thailand is using. Yesterday he was pushed by the Yamaha Thailand, and now Kasma again. And that's why being maybe the only teenager around the big boys.
But this is Kasma looking after himself, isn't it? It's Kasma making the move there. That time Kasma is saying, I shall not be bullied.
He's still there in that group, and he's still racing with the 3 ties. Yamaha and Suhatai jumps up.
Well, it is the 3 ties. 3 amigos. They're leading the way. Pirapong alongside Apiwat, and also joining them is Anupab Samun. Now they've made the move to the front. Is anyone going to get past them? Kazma Daniel's trying. Suhatai is trying. Kazma Daniel involved there once again in a little bit of contact. He's not shying away from it today, Kazma Daniel.
That's a good thing. He's trying to be in front, but well, as you see, the 3 tight riders working so well right now. They work so well for them to maintain their position to control. They have got a gap between them and Kazma Daniel and the rest. So it was so close before this, less than a second. Now let's see, because there's quite a gap between Pirapong and then Apiwat and Anupap to Kazma Daniel.
We're just waiting for it to run through, and it is indeed. Well, it's over a second, just under a second actually, between the first 3 and the 4th place Kazma Daniel, and they are pulling away. The teamwork, which worked so beautifully yesterday, is working even better today as they come down the hill. We have still got 6 laps to go, but working together.
Yeah, I thought I saw bike number 99. There is Galang Hendra Pratama from Indonesia joining the Thais, Seoul, Japanese and Malaysian in front, because Galang is doing quite well now. There's Galang behind Kazma and Kazma Yudin. Bike number 99 pushing Kazma, trying to get in front of Kazma. It looks like Yamamoto struggling in that group still, but he's still there. He's still maintaining his place. Don't know whether it's part of his strategy this time, because you know that battling with the Thai Yamahas early will not do good for him. So maybe he waits a little bit longer, because we still have 6 laps to go.
But he's got to be careful, because he's more than a second and a half adrift of the leaders, and even if he can get through that little knot of riders in front of him, he's still got the 3 ties to get through as well, Yamamoto. So maybe all is not going well for defending champion Takahiro Yamamoto.
Yesterday they were saying that it's a bit hard for the Kawasaki's riders in this track, because there's a lot of tight corners, and it's difficult to maneuver the bike from left to right to left, as compared to the Hondas and the Yamahas, which we can see now. The Yamahas doing very well in front, especially for the tight Yamaha, and Galang Pratama also riding for Yamaha now behind Kazma. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Yamahas, then Hondas of Suhatai jumps up.
Indeed we do. Kazma Daniel holding on into 4th place, just getting the better of Galang, bike number 99, Galang Hendra Pratama, who had earlier set the best lap time. The best lap time now, though, belongs to Anupab Samun, who's currently in that leading group of 3. But the lead is with Pirapong Lumpumpeng. Alongside him, we have got Apiwat.
This is strategy that the Thai is using. The Yamaha Thailand is using, pulling them from the group and helping each other to make sure they can be away. But I think Kazma is catching up with the group. Kazma with Galang Pratama is now catching up with Apiwat, Anupap and also Pirapong.
There is Pirapong, the race leader. All 3 having a little look behind just to see what's going on. Working in collusion. Nothing wrong with that. And then once they've got themselves sorted in 1, 2, 3, they'll work out which order they want to finish. But Kazma Daniel is this time lasting the pace. Alongside is Galang Hendra Pratama, who starts on the 4th row of the grid, Galang Hendra. But he's hanging in there in 5th place at the moment, the Indonesian.
It's good to see that Kazma and Galang still at the same pace with the Yamaha Thailand riders, because it's got to be difficult to get past the 3. Just following them with 5 laps to go. I think we're going to see them pushing hard with 2 laps to go.
Yamamoto under pressure from Yosuke Nakamura. So Yamamoto, far from thinking about the people ahead of him, has got to worry about Nakamura just behind him. Yosuke Nakamura in the yellow livery, just at the tail end there, putting pressure on the defending champion. 4 laps to go. It's still a tie. 1, 2, 3. And indeed, Galang Hendra in 5th is putting pressure on Kazma Daniel, and Somkiat Is that Somkat still in there? I think it is.
Yeah, there's jumps up still in that group, maybe waiting. And I thought I saw Yamamoto is trying to make his move. Yes, but Galang is now down because jumps up already making his move up to 5th behind Kasma Daniel, and it's good to see that all of them still close to each other. We're going to see a really great battle between the top 7, 8 riders coming to the finishing line.
You wonder what kind of impenetrable wall the Thais are going to put up. They've been leading now, these front 3. They've been leading for over 3 laps. And Kasma Daniel stayed close, so has Galang Hendra. Quite rightly, as you say, Suhatai in there as well. But nobody has been able to break into that front 3. They're lapping quickly now, inside 146.
Maybe they don't want to do it right now, because if you do it too early, because there are 3 of them, and they can work very well to push you out of the equation. So they wanted to make sure that until the very last minute to make the move. But it's important for them to be in touch, to be as close as they can behind the 3 Thai riders. Now Jansap is making his move now up to 4th behind the 3 Yamaha Thailand riders.
Camera on the pit wall just shows you a little bit of the pace on the AP250s as they go past the start-finish line. We have now got 3 laps to go, and it is still the 3 amigos from Thailand who are leading the way. This time the order slightly different. 14 is Pitapong, 24 Apiwat, Anupab is 500. Now, is this where Suhatai makes his attempt? The answer is no.
And we have Yusuke Nakamura not also joining the group, bike number 33. Yeah, they're right there behind Yamamoto. So now we have a huge group battling for P1 with 3 laps to go. And Suhatai already made his move, and now there you go. Kasma is down to 5th right now, but not too far from the top 3 Thai riders. They did very well, carrying their place and working together, not make any mistake at all. You see that number 534 and 14 keep on changing leader so that they can pull the 3 of them in front.
It's almost like a bicycle peloton, isn't it? They're just creating a little bit of a wind resistance and working it through, but getting very close is Suhatai. Suhatai is the closest to them. I'm keeping an eye out on Yamamoto, still currently in 7th. Because this is such a difficult track for the Kawasaki's, any points he can pick up are bonuses in many ways, because he knows he's got riders' tracks to come in Suzuka and Buriram, which will suit him a little bit more.
Yes, but watch out for Yamamoto now, because he's already in front of Kasma Daniel. And Kasma Daniel now down to 7. And Kasma is down to 7, yes, because still the Thai Yamaha Thailand in front with Jamsap is following right behind them. And by 1, 2, 4, and Galang Pratama. Galang slowly but surely he's there. Galang Hendra Pratama from Indonesia, bike number 99.
He certainly is. He's having a little look at Suhatai just at the moment as they come to the end of the 2nd long straight, starting up the hill. You've got 2 left-hand corners, 2 sweeping left-hand corners, then into turn 4, which is a sharp right, which so far the Thais, though, well, it's 4 Thais at the front now, isn't it? 3 of them from the Yamahas. And the 4th is Suhatai, who's hanging in there as well.
Yeah, it's very easy, an advantage for them. Not only they can control the pace, but also they can control the tire integration for the top 3. Because I think Kasma maybe already lost the grip on his tire, because he's slowing down behind Yamamoto. Already we have 2 groups now. We have the 5 riders from Thailand. 4 from Thailand, 1 from Indonesia. 99 is Galang Hendra Pratama, and he's doing very well, following the Thai boys in front of him. It's 2 laps to go, still anyone's race right now.
It certainly is, but Yamamoto in that little group in the lime green, he's just got himself ahead of Kasma Daniel, who's ahead of Nakamura, who was causing a problem for Yamamoto. Yamamoto will be glad that Kasma Daniel is between them, and so we can maybe focus on trying to get himself out of the top 6 and maybe even a little bit higher. It's all bonus points, but here it'll be, well, Apiwat in 2nd, Anupab and Pirapong who has the lead as they come into the last lap. But it was a 1-2-3 for Yamaha yesterday. It looks the same again today.
This is the last lap, and Kasma Daniel down the last in this group, and this is it. This is where they will push. This is where we see whether Yamamoto will make his move. Yamamoto now moving forward. Yes, Yamamoto gaining places now. He's currently 5th behind the 4 Yamaha in front of him, now up to 4th right now.
Yamamoto, indeed, he was biding his time, but as he left it too late, certainly got up into the top 4, but now he's got the 3 Thai Yamahas ahead of him. But Yamamoto is making a concerted move. He's taken with him Suhatai as well. But Yamamoto 4, Suhatai 5. Galang Patara in 6th place, but still ahead you've got the 3 Yamahas. What kind of a barrier as they go up the hill. Yamamoto chases under pressure.
Yes, under pressure indeed. It is the last lap, few more corners to go. The Thai Yamaha Thailand riders are working very well together, but Yamamoto is pushing right now, and Yamamoto is waiting for the right moment for him to make his move with Kasma. It's way back behind in this group.
At the moment, it is Apiwat who leads from Pirapong and Amupap. That was the 1-2-3 in race 1 yesterday. But right on the corner, on the tail, is Yamamoto. Yamamoto, is there any space to even pick up a podium place? Yamamoto goes on the inside. Door closed. Yamamoto loses a place to Galang Hendra, and it could be a 5th place. Coming forward, it is Apiwat once again ahead of Pirapong. Final corner, and it's a 1-2-3 for Yamaha. Apiwat, Pirapong, Anupab. It's a repeat of yesterday. Yamamoto